Hello everyone. The following is a detailed explanation of your bi-weekly worksheet 2, which was posted on Google Drive. Okay, it is called Land and Water, and it is related to our theme, which is ecological environment and pollution. So please make sure you read the text thoroughly at least once before you attempt to answer any of the questions in the text. Okay, first of all, how do we answer such questions? We've gone through this before, but I would like to go through it in details with you this time, pre-test. It's very important because you guys are going to be, most of you in class are going to be subject to an official exam, and there are certain details that you cannot miss. Even the foreign system students need to be very alert about all those details because I will be equally strict with them. Answer the following questions in 1 to 4 sentences using your own words. Okay, so here obviously the answer is going to be somewhat long for most of the questions. Number 1, let's take an example. Based on paragraph 4, how were farmers affected by agricultural policies? They referred you go back to that paragraph, they made your life easier. Okay, when you come to answer this question, you need to answer it in complete sentences, please. So you would start with based on paragraph 4, comma, the farmers, etc. Please make sure you do that. Don't just start answer, and make sure you never copy paste because you will lose part of your grade. Paraphrase as much as you can. I know you guys are very good in English, so please paraphrase as much as you can. Number 2, what is the main idea of paragraph 3? Again, don't copy paste. We usually find the main idea in the first part of the paragraph, but go to the paragraph, read it thoroughly, and then paraphrase what you think the main idea is, and particularly the first sentence. After you read it, write it in your own words. What is the main idea of paragraph 3? That needs to be only one sentence. Okay, according to paragraph 7, why do land and water systems now face production breakdown? Again, according to paragraph 7, land and water systems now face production breakdown because, in full sentences, so on and so forth. Please mind those details. In B, copy the table below and then write the number of the paragraph that corresponds to each of the following headings. Notice here they say heading, okay, and they say paragraph number. They didn't write number or between brackets and S. So obviously this is going to be one paragraph only, and you need to mind that on tests, whether at school or in official exams. If they write an S here between brackets like that, okay, it means it could be one or more paragraph. Yet if they do not write this, it means there will only be one paragraph, so please be careful. Based on the indicated paragraph, what does each of the following underlined pronouns refer to? Guys, we already talked about this, whether the pronoun reference are under section A or under section B or C, whatever. I need you to answer those in complete sentences so as not to lose those precious points. So you would say, they in paragraph 7 refers, 1F, 1R, refers to blah blah. Okay, those in paragraph 6 refers to, or you can either say the pronoun they in paragraph 7 refers to, the pronoun those in paragraph 6 refers to. This way you will get a complete mark for your answers. Now moving on to section D, very important. Those are the skills we learned. You've been learning those for some time now, ever since you started grade 10, but it's very important to go through them thoroughly again. What is the thematic relationship between paragraphs 3 and 4? Now I gave you a worksheet on those. Please refer to it. And they are, please remember, they are all those what we call organizational skills are all in your book's appendix, either in the book appendix or go back to the worksheets I gave you. Thematic relationship. Remember, I'll give you an example. For example, paragraph 3 might be listing causes and paragraph 4 might be listing effects. So the thematic relationship would be a cause-effect. Paragraph 3 might be asking a question which is answered in paragraph 4. So the thematic relation is question-answer, problem-solution, etc. So on and so forth. Please go back through those thematic relations so as not to forget any of them. Now, moving on to number 2, how would you best describe the writer's tone in paragraph 7? You go to paragraph 7. The good thing here is that it's in one paragraph, so you needn't be confused. A tone is going to be an adjective, of course. How do we know the tone of an author? The tone of an author, we can know it from the author's choice of words. So if the author is just listing numbers, statistics, and with no real emotions, he is being neutral, scientific, objective. Obviously, the tone of the author, we'd write here, objective and scientific, or neutral and scientific, so on and so forth. Let's say that the author, in his choice of words, for example, he's saying, I am alarmed at the amount of pollution that's taking place in our waters in Lebanon. Obviously here, from his choice or her choice of words, we know that the author's tone is alarmed and warning, etc. Please again go back to your appendix for a list of the adjectives of the author's tone. Number 3, very important. We had just gone through that in class in the previous week. The following is a poor version of a one-sentence summary of paragraph 5. Rewrite it correctly. Again, one-sentence summary. In grade 12, this is what you're going to be asked, to write a one-sentence summary. I gave you a poor version here. I will ask it one of two ways. Either the summarizing questions, I will ask them one of two ways. Either the following is a poor version of a one-sentence summary, rewrite it correctly, or I will ask you to write a one-sentence summary of paragraph 5. So the reason we gave you a poor version here is for you to see how it is not to be written. So don't write it this way. We're showing you how a bad summary is, so as to write your own summary. Remember, guys, the rules for summary, go back through them. They are in your notebook, okay? Steps to a summary. Number 1, citation. So what do we mean by citation? My source. This is the first part of your summary. In paragraph 5 of the article Land and Water, comma, the author explains that or states that, etc. But please never use the author means that, okay? We can never know what a person really means. The author explains, the author describes, etc. Name 2 types of audience who might be interested in reading the above article. Types of audience, okay, this is a pollution. This is an article related to pollution and ecological environment, issues related to the environment. So who do you think might be interested here? Probably, people who are, interested in issues related to the environment, environmentalists, non-governmental organizations, governments to make certain policy changes, to put certain laws, etc. And I asked for 2 types of audiences. But please, when I say a type of audience, you need to justify your answer. So if you tell me governments are one type of audience who might be interested in reading the above article, because you need to justify, because they need to know what kind of policies they need to make about irrigation and cultivation of land, so on and so forth. Now, why does the author resort to using statistics in the article? I asked this question inversely. We usually took this question like, how does an author achieve credibility, objectivity, and authenticity in a text? You would say the author achieves credibility, objectivity, and authenticity by giving statistics, real-life examples, expert quotes, but I asked it inversely. Why does the author resort to using statistics in this article? Obviously, the author resorts to using statistics in this article to gain credibility, objectivity, and authenticity. Moving on, those are extracts. You know what an extract is? We talked about those. An extract is a part taken of a whole. This is taken from the end of a paragraph. Please tell me which paragraph that is. And again, I told you that this question needs to be answered in a complete sentence. Just please don't write extract A 2 points, paragraph 3. I will not accept that answer. You need to write, okay, what's the question here? The one that correctly fits with each extract. So we'd say extract A fits paragraph X. Okay, extract B fits, use this verb, fits paragraph B. You can equally say completes, or you can say is the correct ending of. Okay, and in order to figure out where this belongs, you need to read figure out the main idea of each of the paragraphs. In grade 12, you do have a lot of time, so you can take your time when answering such questions, even though they might seem somehow, easy. I can answer it quickly, but please be careful and diligent when you're trying to write which paragraph it is. Last part, use contextual clues to figure out the meaning of each word in the box below. Then fill in the blanks with the correct word to complete the following sentences. Pace, scarcity, suitability, menace, and availability. Here, you need to fill in the blanks with one of those words, but many of you might not know what those words are. You might know what they are, but they might be different in the context they are in. So what you need to do is go back to paragraph 5 and try to figure out what the word pace in paragraph 5 means in its context, and then fill in the blanks with this word in here. Okay, there is a broad international agreement that terrorist acts are a what? To economic activities. It needs to be one of those words. You need to fill in the blanks with one of those words, not its meaning, the word itself. And this is it. Please, I hope you do well. When you finish it, please send me your answers to my email at rfaki722@gmail.com. I will post it also on the agenda, and good luck.